Welcome everyone to North Dakota Hockey with Brad Berry alongside UND men's head hockey coach Brad Berry. I'm Greg Enkers. Coach, your team returns to Grand Forks off of a trip to Kalamazoo, a difficult, grinded out series against Western Michigan. Your thoughts as you came out of this one?
Well, first of all, glad we got the 6 points coming out of there. We knew going in, we talked about it the Monday previous to going there, how tough it would be. And obviously with the lineup we had going in there, the guys did a great job. And again, happy about the weekend.
No time and space available in this one, and that's what you expect when you play Andy Murray's team.
Yeah, they're a big physical team that gets up and down the ice, and they do a great job taking away time and space. Didn't have a lot of time and space, and we were very opportunistic scoring the goals that we did.
And in addition to the trio of players you were missing as we go to Friday night's highlights, you were also without Rhett Gardner's services on Friday night.
Yeah, he wasn't feeling very well during the week, and again, we brought him in on Friday, and thank God we played on Saturday because he was a big part of our win Saturday.
He did make an impact. We'll get to that a little later. Early on Friday night in the first period, Cam Johnson getting tested by Michael Rebry, able to turn that shot away, and then a theme that we're going to see throughout is physical play in this one.
Yeah, obviously you can see, all ends of the rink, the body was body on body, and again, you had to make tight plays and quick plays in order to get offensive opportunities.
Yeah, Poolman with an initial shot there, Hayden Shaw coming up with a rebound opportunity following that. And then we'll see a combination play on defense coming up here by Gage Osmus and Troy Stetcher. And this kind of signified the kind of weekend it was going to be as well as they team up to stop this breakaway.
Well, yeah, we tried to get pucks down below the goal line or to the net, but they transitioned very well, and they were looking for offense there, and we had to make sure we were sharp.
Despite a lack of scoring in this game and in this series, teams did generate some opportunities on the breakaway here. Frederick Tiffels gets turned away once again by Johnson, and then 4 minutes left in the first. Western Michigan or Tucker Poolman on the power and the penalty kill here is going to make a diving poke check.
Yeah, really good job of playing defense and laying down your body in order to prevent a scoring opportunity.
No score after one in the second. Cam Johnson really making his presence felt. Probably not the strongest period by your team on the weekend.
No, out of all 6 periods, that was the one period that we weren't as sharp. And again, a lot had to do with the pressure they put on us and our puck management.
Yeah, a turnover coming up here leads to another opportunity, but Cam Johnson again making back-to-back saves. And it was difficult for Western Michigan to sustain any pressure on the weekend. Cam did a good job of either gobbling up shots or turning them away.
Yeah, he has really good rebound control, as you can see in that clip there. But he was very focused on putting pucks in the corner and letting our D-men go retrieve.
At the other end of the ice then, your team also getting some scoring opportunities. Shane Gersich off the steal here, and then you see some guys crashing into the net that draws a penalty, but the power play was not strong on Friday night, 0 for 3 with only 1 shot.
Yeah, again, a lot of different personnel on the units with guys being out, but again, they had opportunities and looks that we just didn't capitalize.
And there's some physicality right there. Luke Johnson capping a physical period, still scoreless after 2, move to the third now, and a tough, gritty play here by Asta Pagansky, staying with it, and he will generate a scoring chance later on.
Yeah, as you can see, he kept his feet moving, getting pinned in the corner, and we got the puck low to high, and then finally got a puck to the net, but we had to do that, keep our feet moving.
Still looking for the first cash-in off the draw here in Western Michigan zone. Paul Ledoux generating a shot, and again, your team draws another penalty here despite not cashing in.
Yeah, we had to move the puck extremely quick, and again, getting bodies to the net to draw that penalty.
Probably the best chance here before we actually see a goal. Brock Besser off the post. He had a little bit of time and space, but can't get it. And Cam Johnson was confident at this point of the night at the other end. And this is a true mark of a confident goaltender, is it not?
Yeah, you know what? That's puck awareness of knowing the situation. And again, he had a great poke check there, and it took away an opportunity again.
Absolutely. And then a key moment that leads to a frustrating moment, I think, for both sides. Frederick Tiffels with a shot on. It draws iron, does not go in. This would lead to a 9-minute review, Coach.
You know what? And again, 9 minutes is a long time, but in saying that, they got the call right. And again, it took 9 minutes, but they did get the call right.
Teams had to empty the benches to let guys re-loosen up, and then shortly after the game does resume, you changed some line combinations here with Brock Besser, and it leads to the ultimate game-winning goal.
Yeah, we didn't get a lot done in the offensive zone for most of the night, and it was late in the game, so we put Pagansky on the left, Johnson in the middle, and Besser on the right, and it happened to work out.
That was the start of well, he had been strong all game long, but Besser really emphasized your team's needs this weekend, and just over a minute left with your team leading 1-0. Western Michigan goes to the empty net. They're looking to try to get the equalizer. Cam Johnson comes up with a big kick save off of this draw.
Yeah, he quick reflexes right away. You can see the puck go laterally, and then again, quick feet, getting that leg out, and that was a big save at a key time.
That preserves a 1-0 lead, and then Besser will get his second goal of the night, adding the empty netter towards the end of the contest as your team clings on to a victory. Cam Johnson with 31 saves on the night. And Coach, it was a real gutty performance by this group.
Yeah, you know what? I think the word that guys came up with at the end of the game was greasy. It was a greasy road win, and again, sometimes you're going to have to do that, and there was no better time than Friday.
Absolutely. Anytime you can get a win on the road, you'll take it. It sets up the opportunity for a sweep on Saturday night. Here's what your players were talking about following Friday night's opening victory.
My mindset going into the game was just to play well in front of my family, and win or lose, just do everything I can to stop the puck. So I was feeling the puck there, and guys did a good job clearing out bodies and taking care of rebounds and whatnot. So not too many difficult saves, but the ones that were difficult I made, so that was good.
They're a tough team. They work super hard. So I don't know. We just kind of want to stick to our game, have a high compilo, and just kind of battle it out, and hopefully be the tougher team at the end.
It's definitely different from a lot of places we play. It's something else. We definitely get pumped to play here and in this atmosphere and against this team, because it's a very intense playoff-like game out there. So it's a lot of fun for us.
Coach, following the victory on Friday night, you probably already suspected there wasn't going to be a lot of goals scored on Saturday night either, but what were you emphasizing to the team to try to generate more offensive production?
I think getting pucks past their defensemen, they pinch so hard in the offensive zone, whether they're forwards or D. We had to get it by. We call it push the pace up the wall, and then getting our weak side forward to come across. I thought we did a better job on Saturday, and we got more opportunities on Saturday.
And you'd get Rhett Gardner back on Saturday night, and we'll talk about him during the highlights. How important was just getting one body back in your lineup?
Well, I think it's an extra set of legs, fresh legs, but also winning faceoffs. We weren't very good on faceoffs on Friday, and he was a big reason why we had success in the faceoff dot on Saturday.
Cam Johnson likes to play in Michigan.
Yeah,
His home state.
There's a reason. Friends and family, the entourage of people that he gets to see that he doesn't normally get to see, and again, I think that pumped him up.
Definitely did, and we'll see him pumped up on Saturday night's highlights as UND goes for the sweep against Western Michigan in Kalamazoo. Saturday's highlights are next.
North Dakota Hockey with Brad Berry on Midco Sports Network is presented by RydellCars.com, Sue Shop at Ralph Ingolstadt Arena, and Hot Spring Spas and Pool Tables too.
Welcome back. Following a 2-0 win on Friday night, UND would go for the sweep in Kalamazoo on Saturday night. Coach, let's go to the highlights. And at Lawson Arena, always a difficult place to play with their fan base there. First period, we wouldn't expect to see a lot of scoring. We wouldn't again on Saturday night, but Brock Besser with an early highlight reel opportunity here.
Yeah, you know what? He does a great job of protecting the puck with his body there and getting the puck on net. Just barely got a shoulder on it.
Yeah, Lucas Hafner getting just enough of that one to keep it out. At the other end, Cam Johnson coming up with a big save here on Griffin Molino, and this would prove to be a key save.
It was. Obviously had an open look to the net there, and Cam made a great save.
0-0 after one, just as it was on Friday night, second period. Western Michigan, this seemed to be their game plan a little bit, trying to take guys out as soon as you entered the zone.
Yeah, you know what? They're a big physical team that take away time and space, and whatever means they do, they did it well.
Early on, then, you would get a 5-on-3 opportunity. You'd take a timeout. What were you trying to address here?
Well, I think what we wanted to do was kind of get a game plan in place as far as the structure of the looks that we wanted to get, and also get our guys rested, and I think it paid off. We had a few good looks. We didn't score on it, but we had some great opportunities.
The game plan, I think, was to just let number 16 go to work. He put together some fantastic plays here. As you see him set up Troy Stetcher there for another shot, but you would not get any goals on that power play opportunity. And back and forth it goes. Western Michigan with a chance here. Molino crashing into Cam Johnson, and luckily you guys would be okay after that one.
Yeah, no, it's anytime that a guy goes crashing into your goal, you have kind of concerns there, but obviously Cam has great mentality.
Middle of the second, then we see our first goal on Saturday night. Besser chipping it low, and then Johnny Simonson's going to go grab it and find Shane Gersich out in front for the goal.
Yep, all three guys made good plays on that. Obviously starts with Besser on the half wall, protecting body down to Simonson, and Shane Gersich making no mistake.
And Gersich continuing another theme out of this weekend of freshmen stepping up with some of the guys that are absent and beating Lucas Hafner there, so your team grabs a 1-0 lead. Then later on, your team on the power play, and the Johnson-Paganski-Chiswick line creating a chance.
Yeah, I believe this was a 4-on-3, 5-on-4 look right there, yep. And again, I don't know how the puck did not go in on that. I think we all thought it was from the bench, but guys made some good plays on the 5-on-4.
Moments later, then you're still on the same power play. Gardner with a nice pass back door to Brock Besser, and Besser looks like he takes a little stick to the face there.
Yeah, either he took a stick to the face or he was mad that he didn't score the goal, one of the two, but again, another good look on the power play.
Either way, it was 1-0 until Michael Rebry picks one off of the wall and gets the goal to tie things up at 1 apiece, and all of a sudden Western Michigan's got some of that momentum back.
Yep, again, we didn't clear a puck in our end of the rink, and we had a little bit of loose coverage, and they made no mistake.
Your team continues to generate opportunities, though, following that. You slammed the door on any momentum the Broncos were going to have following that goal. Austin Paganski with a breakaway here gets taken down. Penalty shot, Coach?
Well, usually under the protocol, it looks like a penalty shot, but in any case, we went on the power play and we scored one anyways.
Yes, on that ensuing power play, Besser cannot be left with this much time and opportunity to pick his spot as he does here for his third goal on the weekend, 18th overall on the season as your team takes a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, and again, getting a shooting lane right away, and they did block a lot of shots, but seeing that shooting lane, he didn't pass it up.
Late in the second, then, again, time and space was so valuable on this weekend. As we take another look at Besser's goal, we're going to see an opportunity here by Hayden Shaw where, again, he gets the puck and he's got wide open space. He steps up into the play and gets a quality chance here.
Yep, again, they press on the walls, which means that somebody's going to be open on the far side, and Hayden did a good job going down the lane and getting the puck to the net.
It's a 2-1 game heading into the third period then, and the reemergence now of Cam Johnson, who had another terrific night for you between the pipes.
Yeah, they had some good entries with speed coming in all weekend, and again, that's tough picking up a puck with speed like that. He did on that instance there.
But it did not lead to sustained pressure. There was not a lot of that from Western Michigan all weekend.
No, that's one thing we did. I think we had very good D-zone coverage, and our breakouts were good too. So our guys did a good job of relieving pressure that way.
Closing seconds here. I imagine this play made your heart skip a little bit. Gage Osmus, a rare turnover in the zone. One last chance.
Yeah, you know what? I saw 10 seconds. The puck came into our zone, and we had time. But the puck was in one corner where we couldn't see what happened. All of a sudden, it went to our net. And gave us some anxious moments.
So your team hangs on for a 2-1 victory on Saturday night. Cam Johnson, 28 saves, a solid weekend for him, 59 saves on the weekend on 60 shots. Here once again, your players reacting to a solid road sweep.
Just from Cam to D-zone, I think everyone shut it down in D-zone, and then just going from there, I think we all played really well this weekend, and hopefully we can build off that.
You know, every game from here on out is huge. We don't want to drop one. We don't want to take any steps back. You know, going into the tournament, the games are going to be like that every day, and we need to be prepared. And I thought we had a good step this weekend.
Our team has, plenty of goals this year, but I think one of the crucial ones is we want to win that Penrose Cup. So this was a huge step forward to get 6 points.
Coach, we mentioned you had gotten Rhett Gardner back in this one, but there were stretches in the game where you lost two key defensemen, Troy Stetcher and Tucker Poolman, but it seems like they're going to be okay in the long run.
Yeah, they'll be fine. A couple of bumps and bruises, and again, I think Stetch went out right after the second period. Pooley went out halfway through the third, and looking down on the bench, there wasn't a lot of bodies down there, but the guys did the job, and they'll be back in our lineup here soon.
It's such a resilient bunch, isn't it? Does anything faze them when a guy goes down?
Not at all, because we've asked this year Christian Wolanin to play forward. He's done an outstanding job. Now we asked him to play defense in that game, and it's that team first mentality that whatever role, whatever position, guys will do the job.
It was such a key weekend for Brock Besser. He really was the best player out on the ice all weekend. It showed.
Well, and again, like, with our team and everybody's contributing, you talk about the CBS line, but, a couple guys out off that line, he still produces and finds a way. And again, team first mentality.
A key road sweep and the team back in first place all alone atop the NCHC standings. We're back with more right after this.
North Dakota Hockey with Brad Berry on Midco Sports Network is presented by RydellCars.com, Sue Shop at Ralph Ingolstadt Arena, and Hot Spring Spas and Pool Tables too.
Welcome back, Coach. With a large freshman class that was coming in this season, there was no question that they were going to make contributions for your team. They lead the country in that category with 42 goals on the season, and all 4 goals this last weekend were scored by freshmen for your team. Just describe what this group is and what it's meant to your team so far.
Well, first of all, when you say contributions, they had to. I mean, the group that we lost last year, we've got a good group of players that came in, but the biggest thing was getting them in the summer and getting them acclimated to what we do here in the group, and that proved success going forward to start the year.
Is there a way that you could describe just the development of this group as a whole at this point in the season?
I think just growing with confidence. They come in early on and don't know what to expect from the academic side, from the on-ice side, and again, their confidence is growing. And I think the biggest thing that helps that group and in playing well is having our older guys, our leaders, accept them into our group and be part of our family right away, and that's a big deal in our culture.
Brock Besser's been phenomenal as a first-round draft pick. He came in with the expectations and has really delivered on those expectations. Some of the others have really grown into some key roles. Rhett Gardner, we talked about on the face-off dot. I mean, on Saturday night, he was not feeling the greatest. You sent him out there just simply to win face-offs and then get back to the bench. I mean, he's really developed into some of the roles you've asked him to.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously a big body centerman like that's a strong body. That's what he does. And again, like, he knew he was limited on time that he had to be on the ice that night because of his condition.
Has there been any freshmen in this group that have surprised you with the amount that they have developed through this point of the year?
You know what? I think collectively, I think each and every one of them has steps that they've made that what strength they bring to the table. I think collectively, very impressed with each and every one of them, how they've succeeded. But again, I go back to our leadership, our captains, our older players on the team, and they're a big part of the reason of the success of the younger guys too.
We still call them freshmen, but they are anything but the way this season has gone and the way that they have performed. We're back with more right here after this break on North Dakota Hockey with Brad Berry. Stay with us.
North Dakota Hockey with Brad Berry on Midco Sports Network is presented by RydellCars.com, Sue Shop at Ralph Ingolstadt Arena, and Hot Spring Spas and Pool Tables too.
A pair of UND players are recognized this week by the NCHC for their individual performances. Freshman forward Brock Besser is the NCHC Rookie of the Week following his 3 goals and assist. Besser's efforts led to all 4 goals scored by North Dakota over the weekend. He's second among NCAA freshmen now with 18 goals on the year. And sophomore netminder Cam Johnson is this week's NCHC Goaltender of the Week. Johnson enjoyed the time in his home state to the tune of stopping 59 out of a total 60 shots in his direction. He continues to lead the nation in goals against average and save percentage. His 5 shutouts this year leads the NCHC. North Dakota continues to hold steady at number 2 in the national polls this week, keeping pace with third-ranked St. Cloud State. The club is flipped with the Huskies and the pairwise, where UND sits number 3 and St. Cloud State is number 2. As mentioned, with 2 wins this past weekend, UND has regained the top spot in the conference standings. With 8 games remaining for all teams, North Dakota holds a 3-point lead over St. Cloud State. And a reminder, your questions can be asked on this show by submitting them on Twitter using the hashtag AskCoachBerry. And when we return, I'll fire some questions his way about the upcoming week away from game action. That's next as you watch North Dakota Hockey with Brad Berry.
North Dakota Hockey with Brad Berry on Midco Sports Network is presented by RydellCars.com, Sue Shop at Ralph Ingolstadt Arena, and Hot Spring Spas and Pool Tables too.
Following the series sweep at Western Michigan, Coach and his crew get a much-needed week off this weekend, and I imagine that's something that this group is looking forward to.
Yeah, you know what? I think initially, early in the week, we'll take some time to get some rest, to get bodies back into our lineup, but we want to ramp up and gear up for the Denver week and the week after. So we'll have a couple days to get unwind and get back together, and then we're going to start preparing for Denver here.
Knowing that a lot can happen, setbacks can occur at any time, but you are anticipating a full roster back for Denver.
Anticipating, yep, but each and every day when you come to the rink, I've learned 1 year on the job as being a head coach that you can't count on a lot of things until you really see it that day. And again, we're going to plan each day as we come into the rink and hope to have everybody available for the weekend.
Aside from rest and just getting guys healthy, what else are you hoping to get out of this bye week?
You know what? I think get a little more team building, team camaraderie. We're going down to the push, the stretch of the year, the last part here. And again, this is a good time for our guys to, to get together as a group and to talk about a few things on our focus here, what we want to do in the last stretch run here.
As you enter this last stretch run, everybody right now in the NCHC has 8 games to go. And teams are evolving, as this team is. Just your thoughts on the NCHC race here as you guys are going to hit this final push coming up.
Well, as you can tell with teams, the different teams that are in this league, like Colorado College, Miami, those type of teams, they're gaining momentum. And again, we got to make sure that we gain momentum too and keep building as a team going forward here. We got to make sure we press on going forward here.
Well, enjoy sitting back for a weekend, watching the other guys duke it out while your guys take a little break away.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for watching North Dakota Hockey with Brad Berry. We'll be right back here next week to recap the team's bye and look forward to the series at Denver that's straight ahead in a couple weeks. Thanks for watching, everyone.